Hey everybody. So, before I get started in this update, I want to mention some news I talked about probably a month ago, I guess. I don't remember exactly when I stated it. But I moved. I'd been planning moving since June, but I was delayed a little bit for various reasons. And then starting in August, really started looking hard for a new place. And it took Once I started looking, it probably took me a solid month to land something. So I've moved, I don't know the exact, around 200 miles. I basically went back home. I don't remember if I talked about my last video or not, but where I'll just give you a little detail. So I moved up to the Seattle area several years ago when if you remember the financial crisis that happened 2007 and 8. Well, I moved up there back in 7 years ago because we were still having problems, right? I mean, the problem didn't get solved right away. So I moved up there for to get some work, and was planning on moving, staying home because I still had a home here. Um, And then the job just kept going and going and going. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, I'll just stay. Well, I didn't plan on staying that long. About 2 to 3 years ago, I figured, okay, I'm going to be staying here, so I need to start looking at a house. And that's when I realized how very expensive it is up there to buy a house and to live and everything. So I go, you know what? I think I need to move back home. But then, I thought about it, and finally, I just beginning of this year, I said, you know what, I need to start taking it seriously. I need to make up my mind, stay or go. And right about the time summer came, I said, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave. Tired of the cost of living. So I did. Like I say, I started looking for work and some other things too. I started looking in August, and I just said, you know what, I just want to find a place more than anything. Took a little while, but it did. And so I spent this entire last weekend moving. It was a lot of work because it's just me. I'm still not totally done. I mean, I'm nowhere near done, but at least I have my computer set up now, and so I can start working videos. This is only temporary housing I have right now, and that was intentional because I'm looking for a. There's a certain thing I'm looking for housing wise, and I can't get that right now, but I'm just staying with a friend. But that's fine. I mean, I can be here for months and months, and at least I'm back home, and I'm in a place where it's affordable. Again, okay, so where did I go? I moved to the Portland area, not in Portland, but kind of a suburb. I've mentioned that before, as where I'm from. So anyway, yeah. So you probably noticed too, the scenery behind me's changed. That's no longer my mattress, although I covered that with my sheet. Well, that's over there now. That's beside me, and the room I'm in right now is almost 3 times bigger than the last room I had. Pretty happy about that. I mean, the other one, it was cramped. Everything's double stacked. Here, everything's laid out. I still have room to walk around. So anyway, yeah, I'm just happy the move is over with, and now I'm going to be posting more reviews when I can. Now, the last few reviews I posted just before this one, those are all old. They're anywhere from maybe 2 months old to, well, no, not quite that old. I'd say the most recent there's probably maybe a month old, and then they go back several months. I just bounce around. But anyway, those are all at the old place, and and you're still going to be seeing lots of them because I probably have over 100 reviews to post. They're still from the old place, but anything as of this video that I drank that's new is going to be elsewhere. So, but you're excited for a while. Mainly, my updates just say, "Yep, I finally moved. I'm one step closer to my goal now." So, very happy about that. I hate, you know what, and I'll just say this, and I'll be about the end of my update. I am sick of moving. I was doing the roommates thing for a while because most people up there do that. It's so expensive. Well, I finally added up all the places I've moved to just since moving up there in those 7 years. I moved about 15 times. Way too many. Why? Because I was doing the roommate things. Apartments up there are very expensive. I pretty much lived out of a suitcase, out of a box, and most of my stuff, almost everything I have is in storage, has been in storage. I was just tired of it. I finally had enough, and I need my own place. I mean, I've always had my own place till I moved up there. Um, you know, just tired of it. But when I moved up there, I never ever thought I'd be there this long. My thoughts were 6 months and I'll be back home. That was 7 years ago. You know, there's a quote I heard from well, he's an actor, but it wasn't in a movie. It made sense to me. He went from acting into politics, into business, and back to acting. Something he said that really rung true with me when people were asking me, why'd you do this? Why'd you go into these different career fields? He said, you never know where life takes you. The best laid plans can change. You just never know where life takes you. And that's what's happened to me. So, anyway, that's all I have for this update. It's longer than I want it to be, but yep, I finally moved. So I'm gonna get back to editing and posting more videos this week.